The purposes of this one particular Kelley Kettle video is the perpetual search to establish what quantity and quality of fuel is appropriate to be able to generate a reliable burn and under different conditions. It's been raining, the ground is wet, you can see there's like wetness everywhere. This is mainly rather hollow, rather thin twiggy material. You know, you can crush it because it's hollow. There's also a bit of grasses and something slightly more solid as well, okay, but still slightly damp. There you've got 3 pieces of A4 torn down the middle and scrunched up into little balls. That's going to be the basic kindling. Okay, plus that on top. Let's see if that quantity there, which is, you know, you can carry that in one hand roughly. Let's see if that will actually dry out and then boil the 1.5 litres of water in the Kelley kettle. So it's all packed in very loosely, enabling maximum airflow. Let's see if it'll be enough, and it might not. This could be a total failure, but what the hell, this is being done for fun as well as for educational purposes. Okay. We've got some fire going. Will the updraft do it? Okay, we now got some smoke. Now we be patient and hope for the best. Not looking very good at all now, is it? Smoke's getting thicker. I mean, I'm assuming some of this stuff is water vapor from the wet material which is slowly drying. I don't know if there's actually, you know, meaningful combustion going on inside there or not. There's meaningful smoking, but not necessarily meaningful combustion. I think we can probably assume that all the paper is now being burnt up. Sounds better, looks better. So after I've blown on it, something good has happened. The smoke is thinner, and I think we got some flames at the bottom there, so I think that's quite a good sign. Just hope we can keep it like that. The flame itself can burn off the smoke and therefore reduce, you know, the quantity of smoke which is in the air. So if we got flame, we're going to have low smoke. When I was burning cardboard and paper, I would use little quantities of alcohol and I'd burn that to help burn off the smoke, and that was actually quite a good way of doing it. Remember, this was only ignited with 3 pieces of A4 paper torn down the middle and scrunched up into balls to make the kindling. So as far as ignition method is concerned, 3 pieces of paper, A4 is actually quite good, but you've got to make sure your fuel is dry enough. I'm not seeing major amounts of flames in there now. That's a bad sign. Yeah, fuck it, I'm just going to boost it with some alcohol. Nope, we ain't getting nowhere. Okay, now it's raining, okay, so we're trying another hypothesis now. Now the initial burning, or the initial go seems to have dried out most of the wood. So I put in more alcohol and I set fires for that, and I'm hoping that that's going to now make the wood catch and start to create a good little blaze. Now we've got low smoke, so that can either mean the whole thing's gone out completely, or we've actually got something working inside there. Unless I miss my guess, I can see a bit of a fiery kind of like yellow glow inside. So we do have a flame, and we're now testing a new hypothesis that the Kelley or storm kettle will actually work in rain. So totally spontaneously, didn't actually want it to start pissing it down, but obviously, you know, the man upstairs has got other plans. We just got some ash inside there. We haven't actually got any fire, so that's actually slightly disheartening. And I don't know whether that's the rain that's put it all out or what. But either way, we have not actually got a fire going, and the water is only a little warmer than it was before. So this is actually a failed Kelley kettle boiling test. Failure might be an option if you are Mythbusters, but not if your name's Nick and you actually want some hot water to do your washing up. So I put more paper in the bottom, and I'm now hoping that the now dry kindling is going to burn. Lots of smoke. I'm not too much sure about like the quantity of flame inside, or indeed whether we're getting water up to the right temperature. But there was some flame inside I saw earlier on, but like not necessarily as much as I'd like. The first attempts dried the sticks quite nicely, but essentially we still haven't got a complete and total clean burn. There are some visible flames in there, so something good's happening. Less smoke out the top. It's getting there. Okay, so that's the fuel that's left over after this attempt. Some of these now drier sticks could probably be used later, but they're still slightly wet. Temperature in the kettle, it's warm, but it's not quite enough for me to make a nice cup of tea with, so that's out of the question. But I could probably use it for washing hands and face, so essentially it's alright. But it's not a successful experiment with that quantity of fuel, with this quantity of water. So you definitely need to store up dry sticks, or indeed plenty of dry piece of paper and cardboard with some extra alcohol to do this particular type of work with the Kelley kettle in these conditions.